me see, I forgot when we got married, January 17th, but we got married at the St. George Hotel.
In Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn, I walked by it.
That's right, and you know why we almost didn't get married there? Because the rabbi couldn't swim.
They had a pool in the St. George Hotel that I used to swim in.
And you were going to get married while you were underwater?
Well, what the pool
It's been
was
underwater.
in the St. George Hotel.
But why did the rabbi need to swim?
He couldn't
He would have
swim,
drowned.
that's why it wasn't there.
Ah.
So where did you get married?
Yeah.
I know. I remember.
Yeah.
Where did Vivian's mom get married?
Swanky.
Where?
She was married in an Orthodox synagogue that is one of the oldest in America. The Spanish and Portuguese synagogue on 79th Street and Central Park West.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's the third oldest synagogue in America.
Do you think Grandma's lying?
That's with Rabbi Mark Angel.
That synagogue is more or less in the same category as the one in Newport, the Spanish and Portuguese synagogue. The Spanish and Portuguese were the first Jews that were here.
You know, I didn't realize that.
Well, they were the first people who were here.
The Spanish and Portuguese
Wait, they came with
synagogue
Columbus?
where Ida was married was an Orthodox synagogue. It's the Spaniards and the Portuguese got here first.
Were they Sephardic or Ashkenazi?
What?
Were they Sephardic or Ashkenazi?
I don't think they were Orthodox, not Sephardic.
Yeah.
Sephardic usually came from
Mediterranean. More Mediterranean.
On the east. Let me see. No, but the Spanish and Portuguese were Orthodox, and then there was a big stink about something when the Spanish and Portuguese came. They went out west, and they were converted to Catholics.
Huh.
And then later years, they found out that they were not Catholics, that they were Jews. Did you ever hear that?
Mm-hmm. The Maranas.
And they became Jews again.
Do you know who that reminds me of the story of Madeleine Albright?
What?
Do you know who Madeleine Albright was?
Yes, and she's Jewish from Czechoslovakia.
I knew if I could just start
But
you on the
she
story.
She never
knew.
it.
Well, but in her book, she just, she didn't find out till she was probably in her 40s or 50s.
Well, she married. She was already Secretary of State, whatever she was. And when you find out at such a late age, you cannot become that other person.
Right.
Unless you're a very strong person.
Mm-hmm.
You see. What did you become?
What did I become?
Yeah.
You going to bed?
I became a man.
Yeah. And you didn't have a bat mitzvah.
I didn't, but I had a conversion.
You did have a conversion. Good for you. You had a bat mitzvah.
I did.
And then we had a big party the next day.
Not for me. I had a little party. Ira had a big party.
You had a party.
At the Ritz.
I'm just trying to tell you, at the Ritz restaurant.
No adults. I had just kids.
And they were dancing. We had it in the afternoon, on Sunday afternoon.
Upstairs.
Yeah.
What did he wear?
I took Mike to the Ritz.
You want to know what you wore? You wore the black and
the
white.
black and white jacket. Today you're a man. You go in.
Black and white finally fit him.
Houndstooth.
It finally fit him.
Like, look, it fits in the shoulders.
And I remember Evelyn was there. That's my sister-in-law. she said, why do they call it bar mitzvah? That's such a terrible name. I looked at it. This was in the synagogue in the morning. Why do they say bar mitzvah? We have a lot of things to laugh at.
Our family.
Well, we had a lot of things to laugh at, but we were all funny. You see. And my brother Red was the funniest.
He told the stories about Willie Pickle.
What?
Remember he had stories Willie Pickle?
Yeah, if you went there, he'd still sing it to you. Willie Pickle. Now, he was a good entertainer.
Merwin wasn't funny.
No. Merwin was nothing.
Was your
That's
sister?
my other brother.
Was your sister funny?
She was smart. She was clever, and she had a wonderful sense of humor. Almost as good as mine. She was clever, and she went to Washington Irving High School and graduated from there.
Yeah.
You know where that is?
Sure. It's in Lower Manhattan.
Yeah, around
It's got a lot of Chinese gangs there now.
Grandma,